So my name is Charisse. Dating has just always been interesting for me. I met this guy, and I met him from taking advice from an article. I read an article about basically how hoes advance more in relationships than girls who take the old school route and expect a man to approach them. And the advice in the article was basically, well, one of the tips was to pursue the man. Don't be afraid, because there's so many women out there. You gotta go for what you want. So one night I was hanging out with friends at a hip hop soul party, and there was a guy at the bar, and I said, you know, I'm gonna test this out. I'm young, I'm single, I'm gonna test this out. So sure enough, I go to the bar and I asked the guy what drink I should get and what drink he was drinking. We just got into conversation, and eventually we exchanged numbers. So I found out he didn't have any type of social media platforms, like no Instagram, no Facebook page, no Twitter, no nothing. I said, oh, okay. He also didn't like to talk much on the telephone, so like, maybe I'll text him to get to know him. And his text messages were very brief and short. In the midst of talking to him through text messages, he did tell me that he owned an auto repair shop on the Gold Coast. I'm thinking Gold Coast in Chicago, like that's money. You own a shop there, good job. And one day out of the blue, now mind you, I don't really know this guy like that. I don't think about him like that. Like, I don't know your life, I don't know you. He sends me a message like, hey, when are you gonna let me touch on your sexy self? Like, what? when am I gonna let you touch on my sexy self? Like, I really found that amusing. So I responded with, LOL, what? And I guess, you know, he didn't like that. Like, how dare you laugh at me? And basically the text messages that I got in response was like, you know, lose my number. I don't know what's funny, and blah, blah, blah. I was just so, like, I mean, I laughed. What else can I do? I don't know you. I don't mind losing your number. You did check out my card. Thank you for that. And so that was that. The crazy thing is, last year, I was out with this guy I was kind of dating, and sure enough, I look out the door and these big eyes are like staring at me. And I just turned back around like, oh God, that's the guy, the mechanic guy who told me to ditch his number.
Like eating with your date?
I was at a club and we were just sitting talking, but he was standing outside and he was just like, and I was just like, what? Like, you told me to lose your number. I have no problem with that, but don't stare at me. Right now, I am taking a break from dating and just focusing on doing things that I really want to do, and just figuring out what I want to do with my life and where I want to go. So I'm open to it if it happens and somebody just sweeps me off of my feet and he's like perfect, but I'm not really looking to date right now. It's okay, I'll find love again one day.
Oh my God.